Welcome to Rich Conversations. I'm here in the Wisconsin office, aka my parents' house, aka my old childhood bedroom that I transformed into an office. Right here in the back, we have a huge Beatles art, and then we have, you can't see it, but there's some artwork over here and a Giannis Antetokounmpo plaque. The Wisconsin office, also my stock option in the Green Bay Packers over there. So it's very comforting here for the holidays, right? A helpful thing to do for yourself is to reflect on whether you're a more logical or intuitive person. Something like taking the Myers-Briggs test can provide some of that information, but another way is to reflect on your gambling experiences. I've been thinking about gambling over the last half week. I'm in my league's fantasy football championship for the second time in 3 years. And over the weekend, I went over to a friend's place and played cards. So Friday night, I went over to my friend Justina's place, before we all leave for the holidays. And so I spent some time with her and her boyfriend, Aaron, and we played cards. And before that, she made some homemade pho, which is so good, so delicious. I love pho. I haven't played cards in years, probably like 4 years. I'd play euchre with my cousins on Thanksgiving, but other than that, I'm not a card person. Not a gambler either, but I like winning. I really like winning. So at Justina's, we played Crazy Eights, Ride the Bus, but not the drinking game version, and Blackjack. And at one point, so Justina brought out this small briefcase of poker chips. So she distributed them equally, but soon I had a majority of the chips. We're talking 4 or 5 stacks, baby. And pretty soon I'm getting harassed with the nickname Bezos. But it was a lot of fun because it was a really good lesson in both economics and psychology. Because once I accumulated all these chips, I took less and less risks. I was thinking much more long term. It's oh, you know what? This round I'm not feeling it. I'm just gonna put in 2 chips. So you can kind of sense the frustration with the other people once someone has all the money and they're not participating in the market, right? You can't get any of their money, right? I've dipped my toes in gambling before. When I was 19, a group of us hung out in my friend's shop. Out in the country here. And while it definitely wasn't my first cigar, it was my first time playing poker. And I took everyone's money. This was a grand total of $72, a bunch of 19-year-olds, right? A couple years after that, when our last childhood friend turned 21, we went up to Potawatomi Casino in Milwaukee. And I didn't know much about the games, so I just played roulette, because to me, it seemed pretty simple, right? It's either red or black. So you got a 50% chance of winning. So I bet $10 each round. And so I bet 8 straight times on black, and 8 straight times it did not land on black. 7 on red and 1 on green. So just poof, just $80 just vanished from my wallet. It was so quick, and after that experience, I was just this is not for me. Another experience I have, so back in 2017, I filled out a March Madness bracket with a bunch of people. And so my bracket did well, and it came down to who won the national championship. If Gonzaga won, I'd win $600. And if North Carolina won, I would win nothing. Nothing. And so this game is 3 weeks before I'm going on a solo travel trip to Spain for vacation, and it's the first time I've ever been out of the country. So I'm getting my hopes up, $600. That can be really helpful. So while I'm watching the national championship, Gonzaga, North Carolina, I'm just so anxious. I can't even watch the game. I literally could not. My emotions were just so crazy. I just paced around the apartment and just then I would just peek in the living room at the TV score, and I was a wreck. I was a wreck because I had no control over the outcome. And so all I could do was just like wait for the results, and Gonzaga lost. So I'm still kind of mad at Luke May. It was so North Carolina won the game, and it was because of this like guy on their bench who just had the best basketball game of his life. Go figure. When I think about these experiences, did I do better following logic or intuition? I did much better when people were involved. When I played actual people rather than the odds, I tend to win more. So I can learn from that and then apply it to the future. As a more intuitive person, I can use logic to keep myself in check, to prevent me from making really stupid decisions, right? That's what I do in fantasy football, for example. Go with my gut for the draft, and then like every Tuesday, after the new statistics and data come out from the weekend, I can just kind of look it all over and make decisions accordingly, set my lineup, and then don't stress about it, right? Because there are bragging rights involved, both my brother and brother-in-law are in this fantasy football league. There's more of a personal element, and I want to compete. When I go with how I feel, I tend to do well. Figure out how you best make decisions. You'll win more when gambling because you'll be choosing the right game for you. And you'll be able to make more confident decisions on the path of living your best life.